Hello everyone and welcome back to Elephant in Day Room. I am Dr. Danny.
And I'm Mr. Elephant. Yes, welcome back everyone. Our proposed elephant rule today deals with the topic of immigration. Still all of those damn commie hippies that just love everyone and every damn thing. They are always thinking that nothing bad can come from anything. Meanwhile, working people have to pay for all, both financially and socially, of their damned acid tripping beliefs that they always want to implement.
And there is no denying that we can see the impact of immigration on our states.
Yes, and this issue of immigration has been constant for the both of you, as we both live in a border state near Mexico.
What I find sadly is that in our current time, we as a nation have become so split upon this topic along party lines that in determining how immigration is handled really depends on which political party is in office at the time. However, historically, our nation has never had such a rift regarding immigration. Since the founding of our nation, laws regarding the immigration or migration of people have always existed. Never has our nation had a complete and full open door policy for anyone and everyone to enter.
It's too true, Doctor. In fact, this division that has now occurred at the national level over immigration really stems from when President Trump ran for office. Those who oppose Trump have taken the stance to oppose everything. And I do mean everything he says and stands for.
It is this issue that is at the crux of the dividing positions on the matter. The democratic view is that immigrants, no matter who or where they come from, should have the right to enter into our nation as they see fit, and any laws regarding immigration should all be suspended. Regarding the Republican view, many misconstrue that the Republican Party is against all immigration. But that is not so. The Republican is against and only against illegal immigration. I'll say that again. Illegal immigration is what the Republicans have an issue with. They feel that individuals that enter our nation by breaking our immigration laws should be denied entry. For those immigrants that are in our country illegally and are currently residing here, should be found held accountable for violating our laws and face deportation.
You know, the crazy part in all of this left, right, Democrat or Republican shit, is that President Trump's immigration policy was, in fact, the very same Democratic policy that they had been pushing since both Clinton and the Obama administration. Seriously, take a look. Look for yourselves.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more, by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. We are a nation of immigrants, but we are also a nation of laws. It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years, and we must do more to stop it.
So very true. Sadly, many people will see those clips and still argue that Trump and the Democrats had two different policies.
Oh, but they do now. Like I already said, the new Democratic policy is to stand for the opposing position of President Trump, no matter how stupid you look backtracking.
This is just one more example of something that is not thought through and is primarily put forward for political consumption. The bill before us will certainly do some good. It will authorize some badly needed funding for better fences and better security along our borders. The fence is now basically complete. Maybe they'll need a moat. Maybe they want alligators in the moat.
Secure our borders with technology, personnel, physical barriers if necessary in some places.
We will not build a wall. Instead, we will build an economy where everyone who wants a good job can get one.
I voted for a fence. I voted, unlike most Democrats, and some of you won't like it, I voted for 700-mile fence. And let me tell you something, folks. People are driving across that border with tons, hear me, tons of everything from byproducts from methamphetamine to cocaine to heroin. It's all coming up through corrupt Mexico.
And the impulse is to hunker down, shut the gates, build walls, exit at this moment is precisely the wrong answer.
Former presidents have said to him that they wish that they had built a wall. Do you recall President Obama ever saying that?
Come on.
Construction of a 630-mile border fence create a significant barrier to illegal immigration on our southern land border. All along, the president's saying, well, I'll do DACA and Dreamers in return for the wall. He's got it. President Trump, if you want to open the government, you must abandon the wall.
It's time.
It most definitely is. My dear doctor.
Elephant rule number 3, open immigration, open door. Under this rule, my government officials and celebrities support open immigration. They must be the first to house all new immigrants. This includes those not vetted medically, criminally, or whose reason for entering our nation is unknown. This must be done before the general public will be required to address the issue.
I must say I really like this rule as it is oddly being implemented currently. You see, for a long time, we border states have been telling our national government that we cannot keep accepting immigrants into our states because it is hurting our resources. We were told you are simply over-exaggerating, or it's not that many people, and then called the common label of being racist. But now, my dear doctor, the governors of Texas and Florida have begun shipping immigration to those. Pussy talking. Sanctuary states. On a side note, the sanctuary state is a fairy state that thinks unicorns and sunshine are what is needed to run the world. These stupid shits in 2016 said that they were for all immigration, that anyone who comes to their state will be taken care of. The reasoning, of course, was to oppose President Trump's building the wall and who was reorganizing our immigration policy. Many of these states, except for California and Washington, were non-border states, as you can see on this map. And all they did was talk big-ass elephant shit. And you know what? The people in these states, like New York and Chicago, are pissed and are calling for the end of immigration to their states because they haven't the room or the resources.
Elements this morning in New York City struggle to house asylum seekers. We're already seeing people being turned away from at least one arrival center.
Now, this comes as the mayor just said that there was no more room in the city to house them. CBS News' John Diaz live at the Roosevelt Hotel in Midtown. And John, what is happening right there when these people get dropped off?
Yeah, Chris and Mayor, good morning, both of you. Well, we can tell you that, buses of asylum seekers have been showing up here to New York City for almost a year now. But now new ones that show up, they will be turned away right at the door.
Cities all over the U.S. have been bracing for an influx of migrants that appears to be well underway. And many from coast to coast are finding they don't have the resource to handle all the demand.
And that includes right here in Chicago. Casey Cronus continues our team coverage live from the city's South Shore neighborhood.
Natalie and Anthony, South Shore neighbors are pushing back against the city's plan to house several hundred migrants at the former and now vacant South Shore High School. They tell us they have now filed a lawsuit against the city in an attempt to halt that plan. Many residents aren't happy about it and made that clear during a meeting last week.
Turn out of the migrant crisis. Here in New York City, plans were announced to house migrants in gyms at up to 20 public schools as more than 4,200 migrants arrived in the last week. The announcement has been met with protests. Stephanie Ramos is tracking the story. Good morning, Stephanie.
George, good morning. So many migrants have come through New York City, 67,000 people seeking asylum.
What did that bitch man cub say? 67,000. Try 900,000 a year.
Have come through. About 4,200 have arrived over the past week, and about 41,000 are currently in the city's care as officials figure out where to house them.
I have no more words to say today.
Thank you for viewing our Elephant Rule post and taking the time to hear our thoughts. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, be good, be safe, and take care of one another.